In a quiet little village, surrounded by the deep jungle, lived a poor farmer. He worked hard from sunrise to sunset, yet his land gave him little food. One summer, the river dried, and his crops began to die. With a heavy heart, he walked into the forest, hoping to find water. The air was thick, the silence heavy, and every step echoed with fear. Suddenly, a roar shook the ground. From the shadows stepped a mighty lion, its golden eyes glowing, teeth sharp as knives. The farmer froze in terror, certain this was his last moment. But then he noticed something strange. The lion was not ready to attack. It limped, a thorn buried deep in its paw. The farmer's fear battled his heart, and kindness won. Slowly he knelt, and with shaking hands, pulled the thorn out. The lion did not roar. It sighed, its eyes softening. From that moment, a bond of trust was born. Days passed. The farmer returned to his land, but trouble grew worse. Wild animals came at night, destroying his crops. One terrible night, a pack of wolves surrounded his farm. Their glowing eyes pierced the darkness, their howls filled the air. The farmer clutched only a stick, praying for help. And then it came. Out of the jungle stormed the lion. With a roar that shook the night, it leapt into battle. The wolves scattered, fleeing in fear. The villagers watched in disbelief as the beast they feared had become the farmer's protector. But peace never lasts long. News spread, and a greedy landlord grew jealous. He wanted the lion for himself. He set traps in the jungle, baiting them with meat. Soon, the farmer heard roars of pain. He rushed into the trees and found his friend trapped in an iron cage. The lion's eyes were filled with suffering, yet when they met the farmer's gaze, there was trust, not anger. Without hesitation, the farmer broke the lock and freed him. The lion pressed its head against the farmer's shoulder, sealing a friendship that no chains could ever break. The landlord returned with armed men, furious that his plan had failed. They surrounded the farmer, ready to punish him. But before a hand could strike, the forest itself seemed to tremble. Out of the shadows came the lion, mane blazing in the sunlight, roar echoing like thunder. The men dropped their weapons and ran for their lives. From that day forward, no one dared to threaten the farmer again. Seasons passed. The farmer grew older, but his bond with the lion never faded. Villagers began to call him the man blessed by the jungle. At night, when the winds whispered through the trees, he often heard a distant roar. It was not a sound of fear. It was the voice of friendship, a reminder that one act of kindness can turn even the fiercest enemy into a lifelong guardian. Subscribe Flix Twits for more.